Hey, what's happening, everybody? In this video, I want to talk about the new white paper, version 1, released for Apollo Inu Token. This is one that I've talked about since day one. The price action looks phenomenal today. That's great to see. However, what's really great to see is the white paper being released and the new website redesign. We're going to talk about both of those in this video. So go ahead and smash the like button, subscribe. Thank you so much for stopping back. If it's your first time, thanks for dropping in. Hopefully you come back again. And let's jump in. That was a lot of rhyming that I did not plan on doing, but here we go. Apollo Inu, here's the chart. Look at this, up almost 40% today to the 2247 range. We are getting closer to all-time highs that were set back in January about a month ago. And many people had some opinions on this one. I have mine as well. And this is one that I'm super bullish on. Been very adamant about that. And here's why. We're going to jump into the white paper, also talk a little bit about the originator or the creator of this project, his vision, why he started this thing in the first place. By the way, he's fully doxxed. He's been on a live stream with myself and Austin Hilton. He's also been on a live stream with Jake Gagan. And I'm thinking he'll be back on again in the near distant future. So with all that being said, let's jump in. Apollo closing in on 2,000 holders, still relatively early to get in, by the way. $22 million market cap. Liquidity looks good as well, 2.2 million, just about 2.3 million actually. So here's their Twitter page, at Apollo Inu Token. And a couple tweets here recently getting some traction. Website redesign is live. We will be adding additional content over the next couple of weeks. We'll go ahead and retweet that out so people are aware of what's going on. And then here again, pleased to announce the Apollo Inu white paper 1.0 is now live. Thanks to the team and the community for their hard work in this effort. Join the conversation in our official Telegram or Discord listed in our profile. More news coming very soon. So let's jump in to what this looks like. This is the website. We'll come back to this in just a minute. But here is the white paper over here, and it's on Gitbook. So this is a really nice looking white paper. We've seen a lot of white papers, okay? We read through a lot of them. This is very, very detailed. So here's their overview, kind of how the project got to be and where they kind of came from and how they created it. Now, the origin story, I highly encourage you to read this. Read the origin story because Matt has a personal connection as to why he built this. It has to do with his son, who's a very creative person. You know, he is financially in a position to be able to help his son pursue his dreams and passions, but many people are not in that same position. They don't have the financial means to get there. That is why Matt and his team are building a community DAO, which enables people without the resources to pursue their passions, to pursue what they're good at, right? And that's where this comes in right here. So while Matt loves lots of different things about crypto, he really loves the idea of decentralization, as do I, where no one person or group can control the fate of many. That is community driven. After all, isn't that the heart of what crypto and blockchain are all about? And while the idea of decentralized autonomous organizations like this, a DAO, a governing body and set of rules that cedes control to the token holders, was popularized back in 2016. It has become a major part of modern crypto tokenomics in recent years. I believe this will become even a bigger factor in the future because that is at the heart of decentralization. So Matt, what did he do? He used his experience and research of crypto and put three things together. Number one, his desire to help creatives all over the world get their big break. Number two, the mainstreaming of blockchain and cryptocurrencies. And number three, full decentralization via the DAO. So on January 12, 2022, Matt launched Apollo Inu's smart contract to Ethereum's main chain. It has become available for purchase and sale immediately. In fact, roughly the first 100 buys happened in a matter of seconds and minutes by a speedy new token launch buying bots that constantly crawl the cryptosphere, capturing every new token and automatically buying those. Because of this, even the dev team, they weren't even able to purchase their own tokens until after these bots had already purchased Apollo Inu. That's pretty cool. So I remember talking to Matt actually the day after it launched and him telling us the story about kind of how this transpired. Very fascinating stuff, right? And we see this all the time with the bots, right? Now, in the following 2 weeks, over 1,000 new people joined the Apollo ecosystem, not because of paid marketing, but instead driven by the unique and authentic aspects of Apollo. attractive tokenomics, the dev team's complete transparency, the trust and security of the DAO, and the ability to do well by doing good through giving back to the creator community. I'm happy to say that I was one of the first investors into Apollo Inu, and very exciting times, and super excited that I decided to jump in this very early because I believed in Matt. I knew him personally, and I believed in his vision, and I believe in his efforts and his background and what he brings to the table. So with all that being said, you can read more about Matt. He does go through his background. He's coming here with a ton of experience. He's a software engineer who's had a ton of success growing businesses and anything of the sorts. So make sure you check out the origin story in full right here on this first page. We believe, and then they kind of go through this is their creed, if you will, that technologies can be used for good. I'll just give you a couple. We believe in Apollo's purpose, its community. We believe that you can do well while also doing good. We believe there are many ways to create, including but not limited to fine art, dance, music, sculpture, performance, writing, streaming, NFT design, and digital content creation. So how about the token? It's an ERC20 token created by 40-year-old Dallas-based veteran software developer and game designer, Matt Johnson. That is the CEO of the company. Again, we did do a live AMA. If you want to hear it from Matt, he did go over this in the AMA, but now it's all in writing, and you can see exactly where they're coming from. They have 3% reflections to reward holders, 2% burn to stabilize token value, and 1% contribution to support up-and-coming creators such as artists, musicians, content creators, and other creative people with amazing ideas. So they kind of talk about Matt's background, Zach McCleary, who also is a huge piece of this puzzle. He worked at East Edge Studios to explore the next wave of experimental computing, where he and his team ran production for the company and was the lead for several high-exposure games, fitness apps, and web properties. So you can read all about those two gentlemen right here on the white paper. So what makes Apollo different? Fixed minting and an initial burn, no pre-sale, early access or developer holdbacks, 100% perfect score on the anti-fraud audit by major third-party audit, SOKN. No paid interviews or promotions. Everything is free of charge because people love the project. I love this as well. Controlled by decentralized autonomous DAO. We talked about that already. Only the community can modify the DAO. That's pretty awesome. Original Apollo Inu token smart contract is fixed. Liquidity locking. Community friendly driven tokenomics. Creation of dev donation wallet. Funding ongoing development of Apollo. Use of funds in the dev donation wallet. And driven by purpose. Make sure you go through and read about all of these pieces of the puzzle that makes Apollo different. The token design, they go through the tokenomics here. How is Apollo funded? They go through exactly how this was created in terms of the donation wallet. Here's their roadmap too. They did create a roadmap via Trello. This came out not too long ago. You can use this link below to be taken to the Apollo Trello board right here, and you can see exactly what they're working on and how they're doing it. Okay, so here we go. Basically, they're talking to exchanges already, right? You could see exactly where they are in the process at all times. This is cool as hell. They are very detailed here. More on liquidity. They talk about liquidity because it is a sensitive topic. They make sure they want to address that. Just a quick little history, a quick little lesson, not a history lesson, but overall, you want this to at least be 10% of the market cap. That's usually a pretty good liquidity. So $22 million market cap, we should have a $2.2 million liquidity. We have exactly that, 2.29. So there you go. Now, going back to the white paper here real quick, we could see voting for creators, how creator voting works. They lay this out as well. People who hold the Apollo Inu token will be able to vote for the creators that they want to see get funded. So this is going to be a very unique project. I'm super excited to watch this thing play out. Again, this is a top 10 holding of mine. I really believe in what they're doing here. This is so decentralized and community driven. This is exactly what crypto is all about, in my opinion. So that's what I've got for you. Of course, we can go over, take a look at the DEX tools. Everybody wants to know the price action. I get that. Looks great. Over the past 3 days, we are closing in on all-time highs right now on Apollo Inu. We are seeing big buys come in today too. 3.3 buy, 6.6 buy. Here's an 8 ETH buy. So people are catching wind of what Matt and his team are building. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. As always, thank you so much for dropping in, and always love hearing from you down below. Apollo Inu, one of my favorite new projects. Thanks. See you in the next one.